Hi, my name is Bruce Capers, and I'm coming to you from the Houston, Texas area, where we moved down here about a year ago because my elderly mother, she's 90 years old, was put into an assisted care facility here in the Houston area called Sugar Land. The city's Sugar Land, and the facility is called Brookdale Senior Living. This video is actually an update to a previous video that I did, and it was called Death or No Death, or just Flat Out Lies. You see, it's flat out, I called it Flat Out Lies in particular because I had been speaking with one of the caregivers there at Brookdale, and she was very concerned about what she called an unusually high number of deaths there. And she said that those deaths happened very quickly, that the elders went downhill and died very quickly. And she said that she thought that there had been 2 or 3 of them. And I told her that I was worried about things that were going on there as well, and that I would look further into that. And so I did. And indeed, after some investigations, I found out at that time that there were 4 deaths in a very short period of time. Fast forward to just last week, and I found out that there were now 6 deaths in that same time period. And the problem started when, about in the middle of this, when I said that I found that there were 4 deaths. I approached the head of nursing there at Brookdale, and I asked her, I've heard that there were a few deaths here recently. Very fast, very quick, somewhat arrogant response. And she said, no. And I thought that was very bizarre because I knew, and I had heard from 2 very reliable sources, that there indeed were deaths. This head of nurses has lied to me before, and I've got a history with her because of that. And so I knew she was lying, and I told her so to her face, and of which she knew that she was caught. She wasn't dealing with anyone that was just going to go away, and she walked away. So fast forward, the next day, in the lobby room, the reception area of this facility, they have a bulletin board. And the bulletin board had an announcement on it for a memorial service and eulogy for one of those patients that died. It's incredible that she would think, number one, that I didn't already know by asking such a bold question, have there been some deaths here recently, but also that I would find out about her lie if I didn't. One of them being this notice on the bulletin board. So, fast forward again, and within the next week, after researching some more, I found out that there weren't 2 or 3, there weren't 4, but there were 6 deaths in a very recent time period. The latest information that I got on the 2 latest additional ones is that both those ladies died from bed sores that got infected. Now, the question remains, why would this head of nurses lie to me about the number of deaths recently? In fact, just flat out deny that any deaths had happened at all. And I mean, you know, it's not like I'm oblivious to the fact that this is a senior care facility. People are in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. And, you know, that's the winter of their lives, and they are going to have deaths there. I mean, that's a given. But what is not a given is if those people are dying from unnatural deaths. And for her to deny that there were any makes it extra suspicious. So that's my update, that there were 6 deaths there. The 2 additional were from, as I said, bed sores getting infected. And I'm going to do some research into that to find out how and why those happen. I mean, I know how they happen. It's from people laying in one position for an extended period of time. But why it wasn't addressed why those people weren't moved more frequently, and exactly what's going on with that situation. Check out my other videos and let me know in the comment section what you think about them and if you've had any similar experiences. By the way, I am not generating any money from these videos at all. I'm doing it strictly for love of my mother, and I've made a lot of friends there at that facility that are residents of it, and I'm striving to get better care for all of those people, my mother included. And finally, I do have a theory on why there are an unusually high number of deaths there. It's not because there is some sort of a sinister employee there that is going around and murdering these elders, but still I think it's just as serious because of the net results of it. And I'm going to be doing a video here very shortly on what my theory is, and I'll give you a hint. It's on sanitary conditions there. It's actually, more appropriately, unsanitary conditions. I will be looking at you on that next video. Thanks for tuning in.